Thanks for staying with us and joining us in studio. John Kearns and Beth Mahoney to discuss the upcoming Men's and Women's Conference in the Diocese of Fall River. Guys, thanks so much for being with us.
You're welcome.
Always good to have you. Always good to have you with us.
It's good to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
It seems like a rotation. You know, you come around and here's the conference again. We had you last year. John, tell us about this year's conference.
Well, this conference actually is a first for the Fall River Diocese. It's a conference meant to be an opportunity for our folks to have Lenten spiritual renewal and growth. We've got 4 great speakers, Cardinal O'Malley being one of them, Sister Terry Rickard from Renew International, Valimar Jansen, who's a contemporary Christian music artist, and Michael Cumby, a lay evangelist with great wit and humor. So we've got 4 great speakers, 2 keynoters and 2 to do the breakout sessions. There'll be an opportunity for Mass. Bishop DeCunha, our bishop, will close the conference with a Mass, plus lunch, the rosary, worship music, and prayer. There's all kinds of things for folks to do there, so we're really excited about it.
Beth, maybe if you could talk a little bit about the theme. It's Thirsting for Hope this year. Maybe
Yes.
Talk about that and how you guys decided on that for the theme this year.
Sure. We're delighted that it's Thirsting for Hope. Can I drink from the cup? And the committee looked at what are things that we're looking for during Lent. What are some of the desires that people have? Prayer life and communion with God and encounter with Jesus. And we thought, thirsting for hope. That's what we're looking for in life right now, is hope. Whether it's within our individual lives, with our spouses, with our families, with our co-workers, whoever we encounter. So we thought of the theme of thirsting for hope, that we're all longing for that encounter with God and that thirst for goodness and for forgiveness and for healing.
Why is it important then, and I'll throw this out there so you can fight over who wants to answer it. Why is it important to have an event like this? What does it bring to the community, and how does it help us in our formation of our life in Christ?
Well, I think it's great for the diocese to offer something like this because it's an opportunity for everybody to come together, and I think there's some benefit to experiencing that kind of an event together. It's part of the Lenten journey. We're all on it. Let's do it together. Let's hear our keynotes. You go into your breakout sessions. The theme is broken down a bit, obviously, and then even at lunch, at quiet time, you have opportunities to talk with other folks who are there. So I think there's some benefit to being with other folks.
Maybe if you, go ahead.
I was just going to say also, in addition to that, I think it's also a good witness of people coming together to share our faith together and to give some concreteness to our faith.
And they're not alone.
And they're not alone. They're together.
Right.
They're together.
Right.
Maybe if you could speak, Beth, too, on the great location that you have for
Oh,
this year.
Absolutely, Kevin. No problem. No problem, Kevin. It's a delight for us to be at Stonehill. As you know, the grounds are beautiful, for one thing, at Stonehill, and just the staffing to work there. They've just been a delight to work and accommodate us and do all of that with us. The sports complex makes it available for us to have the main speakers for the keynote, but also to have lunch, to have vendors, to have reconciliation, all in one place. So that when our musicians come and so forth, it's just a great opportunity. It's also a central location for the diocese, no matter where you are in the diocese. There's the highway and roadways that lead right to Stonehill, so it's very convenient for us.
You probably could never guess what Kevin went to.
I know.
I mean, it's a big surprise to all of us here. John, who would go to this? Is there a certain age group? Is there a certain person? Or is this open to anyone who's discerning their faith or thinking about their faith life?
It really is open to anyone, and I think that the range of speakers we have would appeal to different folks. The keynotes, obviously, but also Valimar Jansen, who's a great dynamic singer. She's all kinds of recordings. She writes, she sings. She's been all over the world performing. She does secular stuff, but also, for the most part, sacred stuff. So I think for maybe a younger person may be more attracted to that. But I think there is something on the schedule for everyone.
Talk about the response of people, too, and what people can get out of this. You mentioned, too, how the theme for Lent coming up, too. But the effects of something like this and the people that go to it, and you know, I'm sure you've heard from people who've attended in the past too, but what would you like people to get out of it?
I think for one thing, we'd like people to get a real sense of the closeness that they are to God right now, and that longing. You know, when we look at the theme of thirsting for hope, that thirst that we have for God in our lives. So we're hoping that people will come away with a better understanding. We've talked about it as a discover or a rediscover of the presence of God in your life during this Lenten time, of the loving and forgiveness of God in our lives, and how much God just embraces us. And that's what we're hoping for, that individuals will come and bring that back to their families.
So again, let's just get the details. What day is it? Where can people get tickets? How can people be involved?
Okay, so it's Saturday, March 11th, and at Stonehill College. There's a lot of information on diocesan website about the speakers, about the program, www.fallriverdiocese.org. You can register online, and so we encourage people to do it as soon as they can.
Well, it sounds like a great event, and I'm sure that Stonehill will be a wonderful place to have it.
Absolutely.
It will be.
Absolutely.
And they've been
knows?
great to deal with, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, alumni might show up. You never know.
Absolutely. That's
You
what
never
I'm
know
hoping.
what's going on. But thanks for coming all the
Thanks for
way here,
having us.
Kathy.
You're
Always a
welcome. Thank
pleasure
you. Thank
to
you.
have you guys, and we'd like